We will build a great wall along the southern border.
The Biden Democrats arrived in January 2021 with one fixed idea. Whatever Donald Trump did, reverse it.
We have much to do in this winter of peril.
Joe Biden almost broke his wrist signing Trump reversal executive orders.
Much to repair, much to restore.
By now, the catalog of alleged Trump crimes and offenses is thick, and the wall between the U.S. and Mexico became yet another controversy that would expand forever, much like your kid's Lego set.
And Mexico will pay for the wall.
Among Biden's first acts was to crack open the southern border, and then he walked away from it. Though asked hundreds of times, no one in the Biden administration has ever given a clear explanation as to what their border policy is. And by March 2021, when Biden named Vice President Kamala Harris as border czar, the problem had escalated.
The numbers that we saw starting in March are simply unprecedented.
Then, when Biden said he would end the Trump tool of enforcing Title 42, which allows illegal migrants to be sent back across the border immediately, more of them made the often dangerous journey north.
First of all, I think this is not just about the vice president. This is about the Biden administration's immigration policy writ large is not working. It's wrong and it's inhumane.
Since then, some 4 million migrants have arrived on the Biden None Watch.
I got reports that from Border Patrol agents, they're telling me there's over 50,000 migrants on the other side of the border just staging, waiting for Title 42 to expire.
Thus, it was no surprise this week when Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts declared that Title 42 would be extended temporarily. In the meantime, the Biden White House is asking Congress to allocate $3.5 billion to send more resources to the border. It's an approach not unlike the Inflation Reduction Act. Throw money, problem solved.
The president has done the work to deal with what we're seeing at the border since day one.
That is insulting. There's no work being done here. We have been given money. We have been promised money. We have been using money from our general fund. There is nothing being done here in El Paso.
Absent a clear rationale for the Biden border policy, explanations abound for the administration's determined nonfeasance. Maybe Democrats think grateful migrants will fill the party's voter base someday. Maybe the White House crashed the border to force the opposition to negotiate an immigration compromise. Or maybe, based on the midterm result, most voters just don't care.
I don't hear a lot about immigration from voters except people on the far right that always want to gain political advantage by talking about it.
More plausibly, it's because the Democratic left intimidated Biden during the 2020 campaign over the Obama presidency's more than 5 million deportations of illegal immigrants.
3 million deportations under the Obama administration.
Still a simple question. How could an administration allow a problem like this escalate over 2 years into uncontrollable chaos? Simple answer, look at what has happened to civil order in big cities controlled by Democrats. They are incompetent. Progressives' idea of governance is based on achieving abstractions like justice or equity. Justice is worthy, but since the beginnings of organized society, the practical requisite for progress has been maintaining civil order. But they have demoted order to a secondary concern, if that.
Should we stop them?
See, for instance, the Black Friday looting of an Apple store in Palo Alto, California. Oh, and one more detail. The simultaneous flow of fentanyl and methamphetamine across the southern border has created yet another open national wound of opiate addiction.
In the past year, there have been more than 107,000 overdose fatalities in this country, and the synthetic opioid fentanyl is responsible for nearly 70% of those deadly overdoses. It's the leading cause of death for people 18 to 45 years old.
To be blunt, it is hard to believe this degree of anarchy is actually happening in the United States.
If I'm elected and this passes, I'm going to be good to go down as one of the most progressive presidents in American history.
Someone said ideas have consequences. Well, so does incompetence. Let us give thanks this season that one thing that still works is Santa Claus.